Hello Aries, this is Victoria and I'm here with your July tarot forecast. As always, we'll be looking at your love life, your career and workspace, and we'll get you guidance on how to best navigate the energy of the month of July. At the end, I'll post some messages from your person of interest to yourself, so make sure to stick around for that. And of course, I will start with an oracle message from the Enchanted Map Oracle deck. So without further ado, let's start with the reading. Just gonna remind you that these readings are for Sun, Moon, and Rising Aries. So if you're watching this for a Sun sign, make sure to check out videos for other placements as well. I only have a couple of readings left, and they're gonna be published very shortly, so you have pretty much all of the readings available now. Also, if you're new, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Apart from the monthly horoscopes, I also do readings for different inclination events, other important astrological events, and I do regular twin flame readings on this channel. If you're hearing a bit of live music in the back, that is because I'm staying at a place that plays live music from time to time. Not plays, but they have these events. So I apologize, hopefully it's not gonna be too loud. I don't think it is. And the person has got a beautiful voice. Let's just leave it at that. And yes, for all of you guys, whether you're new or not so much, please click that like button and of course leave a comment. Let me know what you enjoy about these readings, what other questions maybe you'd like me to ask in my spreads, and so on and so forth. I'd like to know more about you, and I want to know what you want to see on the channel. Speaking of which, Aries, you've got Ride the Wave card. This is very much an Aries energy in my opinion. This is very integrated level of Aries energy, where it's like you have that confidence and ambition and you're riding the wave. Imagine surfer, right? Like it's kind of a relaxed state, but also always active, right? And just like being on top of the world. But if you think about it, especially for those of you who haven't done surfing before, it seems pretty terrifying what they do, especially those people who go into more advanced or professional level where these waves are just huge and they're riding the waves. Like imagine how much courage you need to be able to do something like that and enjoy it. So there's definitely an opportunity for you to show that level of courage and that ambition in the month of July. So if that shows up, definitely go for it. If you feel like you can't overcome the worry, the stress, anything else, then go deeper into that state and see where this is coming from, so you can work on it, so that at least maybe the next time this opportunity comes along, you can say yes to it, or that maybe you can just take a bit of a pause and then dive into it. It's not always possible, but it could be. Let's see what we have with tarot for you. So for your love life and personal space, you have King of Coins. Could be dealing with an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. High Priestess, this is Pisces energy. I was just doing a reading for Pisces. You could be doing this one. You might want to check that reading. And Three of Swords. For your career, you have the Star. This is Aquarius energy. You have Two of Cups and the Magician. This is Gemini. And I'll speak to the cards when I lay everything out, for those who are wondering. And then the advice, we have King of Wands, Nine of Cups, and Queen of Swords. Bottom of the deck, the Devil. Yeah, so the Devil kind of throws a little bit of an unexpected vibe to it, meaning that you may be following the feeling of satisfaction, of bliss, and thinking that, you know, this is what's guiding you towards making choices in alignment, before at some point you just realize suddenly that you've been following the temptation for a while, or a certain fear of just kind of like, you know, when when our subconscious is telling us to stay where we are, to just follow what we have and not go for something out there that's big and maybe exciting but also scary, we don't necessarily see this as a red flag, as a kind of like our fears holding us back. But this could be, and this is something for you to discover now, where you may have justified certain behavior, certain dynamic with a person, thinking that there's nothing wrong with it, but actually now you're seeing how it's been holding you back from greatness, I'm hearing. I don't know why, but that was the channeled message. So for a love life, you have Knight of Pentacles, High Priestess, and Three of Swords. So it's interesting because the High Priestess and the King of Pentacles are actually quite different figures. And I don't know which one is you here, which one is the other person, but it's definite that one of you is a lot more practical, another person is a lot more kind of with head in the clouds, dreamy and artsy, maybe, you know, like very creative, maybe a little sensitive, you know. And the question is how to build a partnership like that, or how to maintain it over time. Because at first it could be, you know, initial infatuation, love bubble, all that stuff, but then it goes away and then the everyday life comes in, right? So how do you do it without getting your heart broken, right? And there is that contemplation point right now. I'm not saying that you're already getting your heart broken, although be careful in July with the Mercury retrograde that starts on July 17, because this is the time when we become extra sensitive towards all kinds of disbalances in connection, right? And we may have a lot harder time in understanding our partner and vice versa, getting our message across and seeing the, you know, the positive and the beautiful and the loving in the relationship. So be a little bit careful of that. Like that could add some more, you know, throw some more oil into the fire. But most importantly, it's a very interesting discovery for you this month to see how people who are seemingly very different could still find this loving path where you don't just tolerate each other, but you actually adore each other, partly because of how different you are, right? You're complementary to each other, right? So this may not be easy at first, but stay open to this path of exploration, and if anything, you may like it. You don't even, before you even know that. For your workspace, you have the Star, Two of Cups, and the Magician. So it could be meeting up with a real soulmate at your workspace. And before you get all, oh my god, that's a plot twist, I don't necessarily mean in the romantic sense. If anything, I mean, it might, of course, develop into that, but I'm talking, you know, soulmate as a person who you have a certain soul contract with. And this person definitely will show you how powerful you are, or how to use your gifts and skills. You know, sometimes we know like we can do so much, but we don't really know how to apply it. And because, especially because I'm seeing this in your workspace area, right? Like there will be someone, or there will be circumstances where you finally understand how to apply it, your gifts and skills, or at least develop them in a way that will make them more practical for you. And also it's an opportunity for big healing and getting pieces of the puzzle together and seeing the bigger picture of recent events, of generally what has been happening to you and how you've gotten to this point in time regarding your mission and purpose, your workplace, your job, whatever it is you do for a living, right? But there will be another person who will mirror that to you. And again, before you get overly excited, this might be like a regular colleague, right? Like not necessarily a friend, not like a kindred spirit that you'll be, I don't know, riding the wave with. But they will be in your life at exactly the right time and in exactly the right capacity to show you what you need to see. And yes, some soulmates stay with us for life. Some are there for a short period of time, but the bond will be magnetic. Right? And at first you may be like, I don't even know what draws me to this person, but that's okay. Don't overthink it. See where this partnership is going to take you. And then the advice from the universe is the King of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and I must point out that they look kind of similar in this card, and the Queen of Swords. So both the swords and the fire are very masculine energies. So again, this is another sign towards riding the wave and really taking charge and making use of the opportunities that are presented to you. It's like the wish fulfillment is right in front of you. Are you gonna be brave enough and disciplined enough to follow it through? Are you gonna have the stamina? Are you gonna have the willpower? And sometimes willpower to say no, or willpower to drop this project and start a new one from scratch, right? But really like follow that thrill of creation and following your passion. There will be tests for sure in which way you're gonna choose and why. So I would say don't make rash decisions. You may have to make decisions fairly quickly, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to make them momentarily on the fly. So if you're not sure, if you feel like the fear starts creeping in, just take a little time for yourself. Sleep on it. All right, and before you go, let's get messages for Aries from their person of interest. We got Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay, I like seeing that in reverse. The High Priestess, which is the card that we saw for you. And Eight of Swords. Okay. So your person basically confirms that they've been through a lot in the recent past in terms of communication, relationship, some important relationship in their life. And they know that you've been through a lot as well. And what they're saying is that they know that they're not fully healed yet, and they're not always good in their communication. But they don't want you to think that it's something to do with you, that you're making mistakes or you're not enough or something like that. They don't want you to start overthinking your relationship because this is from their past experience. So it's up to you, and they also see you having this healing power for them, like you are helping them heal, you're helping them become whole again. And so at the very least, this is the message of like, please stay in my life and let's keep going, because this is beautiful and this is unfolding in a new and beautiful way for me in life. But also I'm still a little broken in certain places, so I may need your help, I may need time, and I hope you'll have that time for me. And of course, it's up to you, Aries, on what you make of this and what kind of decision this leads to. I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I love you all. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. And until next time.